Chelsea fans, after that dominating 3-0 win against Aston Villa this Sunday, the Premier League swings back around. Southampton host Chelsea this Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. kickoff at the St Mary's Stadium. Now, after that dominating Aston Villa game, we had so many positives to take from it, but we've also had some injury updates ahead of the Southampton game. And Enzo Maresca cannot afford to take this game lightly. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the one thing Enzo Maresca needs to do to beat Southampton. Not only that, but we're also going to be talking about the recent injury updates and predicting our starting 11. Did you know that 90% of the people watching this video right now are currently not subscribed to the channel? So make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're a Chelsea fan who enjoys Chelsea content. Make sure you join the community and let's get into the video. Now let's start off talking about the recent injury updates. Currently, we have a fully fit squad other than 2 players, and those 2 players are Reece James and Wesley Fofana. And this is what Enzo Maresca has had to say about Reece James. He said he's getting better, but he still has weeks to come back. The reports continue to say that Chelsea really want to protect Reece James publicly and in private. They don't want to expose the next steps of his recovery. They want to keep him away from all of the media, rumours and stories. They back him and he won't be leaving in January. And regarding Wesley Fofana, originally Enzo Maresca came out and said that Fofana was out for 4 to 5 weeks with a hamstring injury, but recent reports say that we don't have any update at the moment in the terms of time. Hopefully we can get more in the next days, but he will be out for the next weeks for sure. And when asked if Wesley Fofana is a big loss, Enzo Maresca said for sure it's a big loss. Wes was doing fantastic, but we need to assess and respond. So it looks like these 2 players are going to be out to at least the start of 2025, which is such a shame. Like Enzo Maresca has stated, Wesley Fofana has been performing better and better week by week. And Reece James, we know this is an ongoing story, but let's just hope they both recover really quickly. But that does leave a little bit of a predicament for Enzo Maresca when it comes to picking Wesley Fofana's replacement and who is going to play right back. We saw a completely different lineup against Aston Villa than what we're used to seeing. I have my own thoughts and opinions, and I would love to hear yours, so let's get into this predicted 11. When it comes to the formation, I feel like Enzo Maresca is going to revert back to a 4-2-3-1, purely because Aston Villa set up differently to Southampton, who are currently rock bottom of the Premier League table. That doesn't mean that we can take them for granted. It means we may see some surprise starts throughout this starting 11. There's no Conference League game this week, so we may see some of our B team starting this game, or at least getting a lot more minutes than expected. I'm hoping that Maresca takes it as seriously as possible, because it's still 3 points that we need. It'd be a massive 3 points for us to get in quick succession after Sunday's game. I feel like he's going to revert back to the 4-2-3-1, purely because of the different setup between Aston Villa and Southampton. So we're going to go with that as a formation, and I'm going to start with goalkeeper. And I actually feel like Robert Sanchez is going to start. I know I just said that there's no midweek game, so we may see, starts from other players. But Robert Sanchez had a very good game against Aston Villa. He clearly seems to be a confidence keeper. When things go his way, he's exceptional. When things aren't going his way, things don't go his way, and he just looks really bad, especially in his decision-making and distribution. He was exceptional against Aston Villa, had some big saves to keep us in it. So I'm going to go with Sanchez. Moving on to left-back, for me, there is only one person we could play. If he's fit, ready and available, we play Marc Cucurella. He was exceptional against Aston Villa. Like, honestly, he was so good. The standards that this guy has produced for himself and that he holds himself to in a Chelsea shirt is truly unbelievable. Like, such a turnaround. The last 12 months, he has been progressively getting better and better, and he's now the best left back in the league. There's so much that we could say about Cucurella, but I feel like I'm just repeating myself week after week because of the standards he keeps smashing for himself. Now, when we get to the centre backs, this is where we have a bit of a dilemma, and while I'm looking at it, I'm still currently unsure. I do firmly believe that Levi Colwill will play, so I am going to stick him in there. I feel like Colwill is obviously part of that partnership with Fofana that Enzo Maresca likes to see in the Premier League. However, due to the injury news of Fofana being out to 4 to 5 weeks, and with the recent news of the scan saying, we're still not fully understanding of when he's going to come back, but it's going to be a number of weeks. Who partners Levi Colwill? And this is a question I've been asking myself and thinking about, even up until right this second recording this video. Is it Benoit Badiashile? He has had a very good few performances in the last previous games where he's come off of the bench or started. He's fitted in or slotted in seamlessly, and we're starting to see the old Badiashile from when we first signed him. Or is it Tosin? Does Tosin get the start to play alongside Levi Colwill? Now, I like my centre-backs to have the foot that they're playing with, right? So, a left-sided centre-back that's left-footed, right-sided centre-back who is right-footed. Doesn't mean that that's what you always have to do, as we've seen Colwell and Badiashile play together very well in the last couple of games. I just can't really decide between Tosin and Badiashile to partner Colwell against Southampton. I have a feeling he's going to play Tosin. So I'm going to put Tosin in because I feel, like I said, going on that right-sided centre-back style, I feel like Tosin is a lot more comfortable on the ball, a bit more calm and collected. However, like I said, Badiashile has had some very good performances previous last 2 games. So I'm kind of happy with either, but I feel like he'll start Tosin in that right centre-back position. And when it comes to right-back, it's even more of a question, because will he do the whole Caicedo thing again? I personally don't think so if he's going to play someone like Tosin and Colwell for that back three. I mean, as much as I like that, it means that, we'd have to invert from the left potentially. If we inverted from the right, we would have Cucurella as that left centre-back. I don't know, it could work, but I just don't see it happening. I feel like we might see the introduction of Malo Gusto at right-back. He's fit, he was on the bench against Villa, and I believe he got some minutes. So I feel like he will start against Southampton on Wednesday night, and I think it'll be good for him to get a run out. Again, we need to take this team seriously. I know that they're bottom of the league, but they have given teams good chances and good games in the season so far. Results haven't gone their way. I do believe they've got 3 of their starting 11 out, either suspended or injured, which is a massive plus for us. But again, I don't know, maybe it's just this current Chelsea side or the way that we've been playing the last 2 years. I never look at result and think that's a guaranteed 3 points still. I always feel like we have to go there and earn that result, and teams aren't going to roll over against us. So yeah, I feel like that would be the back 5, which is, pretty much a starting 11 for the Premier League, with Tosin as the substitute for Fofana. But going into that midfield 6 positions, I have gone for Moises Caicedo. This guy is absolutely unbelievable. Like, genuinely, he is so versatile. You can use him as a utility player. He's the best DM in the league, in my opinion. He's just gone from strength to strength. And like I said in previous videos, he's showing his price tag. He really is. And yeah, he's just an unbelievable player. We're going to start running out of words to describe how good these players have been playing, because I don't think anyone expected Chelsea to be sat joint second right now in the Premier League after just 13 games, because all these players have really stepped up. Maresca has got this system working where the players know what they want, what they need to be doing. They're executing it very well. But I feel like it'll be Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez in that double 6 position, because honestly, that partnership is working so much more than we originally thought it would do. Or at least with the potential. We always saw the potential in that partnership. We're now starting to see it really start to flourish. Enzo's coming into form. It's 2 goals in the last 2 games for him. Hey, can he continue that and make it 3 goals in 3 games? It would be amazing to see. I just don't know if Enzo Maresca is going to incorporate a lot of the B team players to play Southampton. That's what I think might catch me off guard. I mean, I'd be happy to see it. I'm happy for any of the players to be getting minutes as long as they're playing well and training well. Moving on to left wing, I feel like this could be a game for Mykhailo Mudryk to make an appearance. I think he can exploit them with his pace. And as much as he is light up in the Conference League, I feel like this is a player where, there is no Conference League this week. He could benefit from some extra minutes against a team like Southampton, who are currently bottom. Mudryk is a confidence player. We are starting to see that now. And his confidence is at an all-time high. With the goals that he's scoring and the contributions he's making within the Conference League, and even when he comes on in the Premier League as a substitute, he's still looking lively and looking positive and looking confident. So I feel like it'd be really nice for Mudryk to get a run out against Southampton. Obviously, we're going in that number 10 role. It's going to be Mr. Cole Palmer. That guy is just phenomenal as a player. The goal he scored against Villa was sublime. The assist he got as well. And I mentioned this in the 5 things we learned. The game wasn't just about Cole Palmer, because everyone else around him played very well. Kind of everyone elevated, but Palmer's still getting a goal and assist. And I feel like a game against Southampton, he's going to want to utilise that game. Well, like I said, they're bottom of the league, where he can try and stack up some goals and get some more assists. So, yeah, he's got to play. We could see João Felix play, because again, there is no midweek Conference League game. But I don't know. I think Palmer will start, if I'm being honest. On the right-hand side, this is where I think Noni Madueke is going to come back into the team. He was dropped against Villa, and a lot of fans were calling for that, myself included. I just think he's been off the boil a little bit. I do rate Madueke as a winger, but he's just not been on as form as much as we'd like to see him, right? Some people call him selfish and things like that, and I do honestly believe it's this decision-making and his style of play and the role that he plays under Maresca is vastly different to what we saw against Villa when it was Pedro Neto and Jadon Sancho. However, I think Maresca is going to utilise the fact that Noni is also a confidence player. We're playing Southampton away. It could be a good game for him to build up that confidence and just, show everyone like, right, yeah, I mean business and this is what I'm about. So I feel like Madueke could get a start against Southampton. And if he does play from the start, I genuinely think he's going to have a very good game. And that just leaves the number 9. And again, you could have Christopher Nkunku, you could have Nicholas Jackson. I am going for Nicholas Jackson because it's momentum and form right now. And we've got games in quick succession. December, we are stacked with games. And I genuinely believe that we should be playing Jackson purely because of the momentum and form. He scored that great goal against Villa. He missed a couple chances. I think I would personally call one of them a bit of a half chance, that Martinez error. Obviously, he didn't tuck away. Didn't really expect it to be coming at him, even though he was trying to block it off. It hit the wrong foot, really. But any other day, that goes in. And then he had another one-on-one, which, again, any other day goes in. It was just a bad touch. However, this guy's a transformed player and becoming a lot more clinical. And I feel like if we continue to play him in the role that he's been set up in, he's going to continue to score goals. And I just think it's very, very important that we continue that, so he can then try and get goals against, again, bottom of the league Southampton. It would be a great... I think a lot of players are going to be up for this. We definitely need to get them 3 points. We don't even want to be thinking about stumbling at this hurdle. We need to go there while we're, red hot in form and just get the 3 points. And if players can use this game to stat pad, we could potentially see Jackson getting up to 10 league goals before Christmas, which would be wonderful to see. Palmer could get on the score sheet. Mudryk could get on the score sheet. Noni could get on the score sheet. At this moment in time, goals are flowing for Chelsea in the Premier League, so we just need to keep that momentum going. Like I said, Enzo Maresca may play some of like the B team. I don't like really calling it the B team, but there's no other way of really describing it. Instead of, and I feel like Mudryk may get in, I think Madueke may get that start, but this is who I'm going with. I genuinely think that Chelsea need to make a statement in this game. We need to secure the 3 points and score as many goals as we can and not let any team try and take us off of the form that we've been on. So that is my predicted Chelsea 11. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section because I love having a conversation with you guys. If you did make it this far to the end of the video, there'll be a thumbnail that appears on the screen. If you're a Chelsea fan who enjoys Chelsea content, make sure you click that thumbnail because you'll enjoy that video too.